Straight Joker smile back there. Okay.
Mostly.
Yeah.
You know, more than Tosin and more than Aizen, he's the one that looks the weirdest in an actual captain's coat.
Gin? Yeah, I can kind of see it. I think it's because you're so used to seeing him in the straight white outfit.
Yeah, he looks so abnormal compared to the other two, wearing an actual Soul Reaper uniform.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It's definitely like he definitely doesn't belong. And I think that's definitely the intention that was being... I don't know if this is intentional or not, but he definitely feels out of place, obviously. Maybe we're also just used to the large amount of poofiness that the white outfit gives him as well. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Just sleeves for days.
Toshiro and Momo are just infinitely and forever leery of him, but Renji's too stupid to see that he's creepy, so he's like, "Sure, if you're offering to help me train, I won't say no."
I mean, maybe you can see that as progressive on Renji's part because he doesn't give a shit what the person looks like. If they're strong, he'll train with them.
I prefer to look at it more as him being stupid, because, you know, that's something you should be able to feel if someone has good or evil intent.
Yeah, it's just the way you stated that, like, just physically looking sketchy. Like, I do get that, but you look like a Kenpachi, it's like he's just a straight up ogre. It's definitely more of a case of Gin's actions don't match his words sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Side note, man, it's so weird seeing more of like the weird the weird white shading just turning like tan on characters from Shadowblade back in our game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like seeing the weird Grimjow elf fears in more than one Heat the Soul game. Just like, wow, they did this more than one time? Okay.
It's also always funny because you generally don't see his unreleased sword, like, at all, almost. It's always funny thinking about how small the blade actually is and how it's not even a sword, it's like a tanto. It's like the actual seppuku sword.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well. Like, he pretty much just carries around like a straight up wakizashi most of the time. I do appreciate that level of detail, but it's also just very funny thing about how everyone just straight up does carry katanas, and here he is like, yeah, tiny one.
And then what it actually does.
Yup.
Or what we think it actually does.
What we think it actually does, but still does to an almost comparable amount, but its true intentions lie elsewhere, yeah.
Not to be one of those fucks that's like, how did any of the weaker kids in Class 1A pass the Destroy a Robot exam in My Hero Academia? Not to be one of those fucks, but how did Gin become a captain when, as far as they know, his only power is I can make my sword become incredibly long, and then my Bankai power is that I can make it go like 13 miles?
I mean, to be fair, that Bankai sword did level a whole fucking city. To be fair, that level of destruction power, even if he is bluffing it a little bit, still pretty up there.
But it's like, knowing what they know about it, how does that power get granted the rank of captain?
True. I'm gonna imagine probably... Oh wait, no. No, back when Turn Back Pendulum happened, he was still like a teenager or something, right? I think so.
Rough equivalent. He was already working under Aizen, though.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe a captain was lost, so they just needed Gin was just a good replacement for that role. I don't know, but it sounds like that was not the case. Wait, was that who I think it was? Was that Yachiru? It was.
Yes. Yeah. See, there it is. There's this. I love how hair.
Yep. I love how I can recognize Yachiru's sub actor at a glance now, or sub actor. Sorry about that.
And Toshiro's like, hey, well, he's distracted by Renji. Let's all leave at once, so that way he doesn't come trying to challenge each of us, too.
Yeah. So instead, we're going to give Renji one hell of a workout.
I mean, I think this will probably give him what he needs to maybe take on Byakuya.
I mean, yeah, I mean... Okay. Yeah. Okay. My coach in DBFC, he often says he's a pretty much like, that's really fucking sick looking. Holy shit.
That's actually terrifying.
Oh my god. Okay, I was just gonna drop this here. Yeah, a lot of this shit is just like wallpaper material. Anyway, my friend jokes often that he's like the hyperbolic time chamber for DBFC, where if you play against him enough times, like everyone else seems like they're playing in slow motion. I'm gonna say that finding Kenpachi even unreleased with the eye patch on, it's probably gonna be a little bit like that, where everything else seems small by comparison. I mean, literally, but also like fight-wise.
That's the funny thing with Kenpachi, is that he has 3 layers of holding back.
He does.
Do you know what the first layer is?
Well, the first layer is the bells.
Yes.
The second layer
actually caught that. Most people don't actually catch that. Most people forget about the bells that are supposed to give away his position in a fight.
Yeah, he did abandon those at the start of the time skip since he just had the hair down. Actually, he's technically behind 5 layers if you think about it. I think. Okay. There's a vein underneath that tongue. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Penis. Sorry. Okay.
But
so there's the bells.
Primarily. The bells.
The bells. The eye patch. Not knowing his sword's name. Always using only one hand, and Yachiru.
Yes, but I don't technically count not knowing his sword's name, because that's not something he's... Well, it technically is something he's doing actively, but that's not something he's taking into consideration for the fight.
Yeah.
I'm talking about things he's making a conscious decision to do. The bells, the eye patch,
okay, yeah, that's
using
fair.
one hand.
That is very fair, yeah.
But if you want to take into account every single factor, then yeah, that's technically 5.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Bankai that his body did not have the fortitude to withstand, so it kept destroying itself.
Was that plot element? I thought since he didn't know his Zanpakuto name whatsoever, like the Zanpakuto name just like manifested into Yachiru or something.
No, he learned his Zanpakuto's name and could do a Shikai. That was brought out. The axe. When he went Bankai, that was when he turned into the actual ogre, and he was swinging with so much power that he actually ended up bending his arm backwards and shattering, so you could see the bone coming out of his arm.
You know, we haven't had anything like that since Ichigo's actual fight with Byakuya back in the day, when you think about it.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like his body couldn't withstand the strain that his Bankai was putting on him, so he was sort of Brock Lee-ing himself.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it, too.
But I do actually think that the bone was actually visible through his arm.
I think you're right.
That fucked up.
Side note, that Stern Raider he was fighting, I forgot his name, but the Miracle. Fuck that guy. Seriously.
Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard. That guy seriously has the most busted ability among them, just literally outside of Hwak himself. Holy fucking shit.
Yep.
Like what? We went through 3 like released characters against him, and he still just kept coming back stronger and stronger. That's legit hacks right there. God damn it. That's like that's an extreme version.
He's fighting 3 top-tier captains at once, including Kenpachi's new Bankai, and it's still not going down.
He had a run with Byakuya after he recovered and had his Bankai back. He fought Kenpachi after his Bankai was released, and then he also fought Toshiro after his Bankai went full power, I guess, quote unquote. Yeah, yes. And he kept coming back. Just Jesus fucking Christ, dude, stay down. We've seen more than enough of you. Come on.
But then how else will Kubo have an excuse to keep those 3 captains out of the fight with Hwak?
God, I know. Just,
You gotta be realistic about these things. You gotta have some explanation for why they're not there. Just like how his earlier explanation for why so many people just dropped out of the fight was that they kept getting sniped by the X-axis, including characters like Soifone got hit by a bullet.
I know.
Couldn't react in time. Okay.
That guy literally had a hit scan sniper. It's hilarious. hits everything in front of him all at the same time. I'm pulling the trigger. It's very fucking funny. Oh, hey, Renji's has now worked himself up to level defining Ichigo when he comes through. Sweet. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Might want to say Rukia yourself, though.
Might want to just team up with him since you already know what he wants.
Yeah, true. Like, it's very clear what they're here for. I was going to mention this earlier, but it's very funny looking at these PNGs from much earlier anime games and seeing like an almost green outline around them. Are you seeing that on your end?
Yeah.
Like, it's very funny. Like, they should have just been clean PNGs. I'm not sure why they're ending up with like a green border around them. And I don't think it's emulation issues.
Rendering issue?
It might be an HDMI upscale thing. I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint. But like, it's definitely visible.
Right, I'm also using... Right, I'm also... So the thing is, when you're running through the Wii U, everything gets upscaled, sort of, rendered in 1080p. And I'm using the M Classic on top of that. So how do you think that looks?
That's more power than one mortal man should be able to wield. And also, 2 levels of sharpness that the developers did not want us to see ever. Especially with these FMVs, damn.
That are very much pre-rendered.
Yeah. I don't think you need to go all the way and have the M Classic 2, but the fact that we do have it, we may as well use it for the anti-aliasing feature.
For the record, in case someone asks, which, knowing what people tend to ask you lately, I don't know what any of those numbers and kanji on your meter actually mean.
My best guess is maybe they're build-ups for, like, okay. The best thing I could possibly think of is, like, maybe... What's an example? Street Fighter 3 with, like, showing you what super you can do when you reach, like, past one, like, a certain threshold or something. That's my best guess. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Maybe. So in this version, Renji does not explode. Yet, I don't think. Nope, no explosion.
Okay. Whoa. Fucking water paint wolf, I did not expect that. He's got a monkey and a snake inside of him. There's no wolf presence. That just kind of threw me off. Oh, no way. Renji is the one making it safe now?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's gonna be cool. Although...
These stories are all original.
Although, rest in peace, trying to use his Bankai against, you know, Byakuya's Bankai, but, you know, I digress.
Wait for it. It's basically the same thing that actually happened, just doing it in a different place.
Oh wow, we're playing that deathly grave music now. Holy shit. Had to turn it up for a second.
I love it.
Damn.
I love this shot.
But yeah, you look at Renji on like the left side there, you can definitely see like a green hue on the back of his render. It's so weird.
Yeah, this shot looks fantastic. I would actually take this as a poster.
Yeah, fuck me. Also, I didn't mention this earlier with Ichigo, but the fact that we suddenly have like clouds overhead for the Sokyoku Hill, that's really cool. Like, I almost wish this was what it actually looked like.
Yeah, that'd been really cool.
I just think some anime fights look cool when you have a cloudy sky overhead. It just adds a lot to actual like shot value.
Yeah, but then they have to draw in those clouds as opposed to just a single blue color.
Yeah, and that takes work. Yeah.
And that's a schedule they just don't have time for.
Nope. Side note, love the movie sometimes.
Yes.
Because they get to have fun with them. And even if it's as bad as it is, fucking love just looking at Hellverse.
Half of those movies are fantastic. The other 2 movies are bad, but they all look amazing. You want those cloudy skies, you go to Diamond Dust Rebellion. They're all over the place.
Yeah. You said 2 movies are bad. I'm assuming Diamond Dust Rebellion might be the other one you label as bad.
The Toshiro movie, the story is terrible.
The whole the two Zanpakuto thing.
The fact that two people somehow have the same Zanpakuto spirit, which I'm pretty sure is impossible, but even if it wasn't, why does it matter? Why does the Central 46 say you two people can't have the same spirit? If you do, you must both kill each other?
Yeah.
That makes no fucking sense.
Even then, it's Central 46. I can I could see them making a stupid ruling like that. I mean, look at Yamamoto. He'll kill people on the drop of a hat if they even look remotely suspicious.
Yeah.
I do like one of the subtexts of Bleach, the changing of the old guard to the new and trying to combat old ways. It's a neat plot thread that's sometimes explored.
Bureaucracy is bad. Japan's government is terrible.
All true facts. Ouch. Damn. Oh wow, the fucking swords. All that means he used fuck. What's that move called where he just deploys all the swords around him?
Senkai.
Damn. Yeah.
He did actually do this during their fight back on the ground floor.
Did he? I thought Byakuya just did the regular Bankai release against Renji, and that's why he blew up. I didn't think he did Senkai.
He didn't summon the entire wall of swords. He just summoned these 6 to pin him down, and then Renji clawed his way out of there anyway to try to stab him in the throat. But his sword broke before it could reach his throat.
Damn, I did not remember that whatsoever. Huh.
Another why reread manga.
Yeah, true.
So Renji's getting his second wind.
Yeah, no kidding.
And
clear sky.
Found the time to tie his hair up again.
Yep, I'm glad you unexploded yourself. Man, that also tells me there's probably no alternate costumes in this game, and that bums me out.
There are player 2 colors, but none of the actual alternate costumes that you would see in Shattered Blade.
Yeah, and if the second colors were anything they were in Shattered Blade, they're probably going to be weird, like green hues to the black Soul Reaper outfits. I'm not a fan of that.
Greens and grays, and you'll be seeing them later.
That's unfortunate. But on the other hand, it also did give us Plaid Skirt, Rangiku, and some other characters, and that is my bag.
Yeah, those are saved for Shattered Blade. You know, they don't even have any of those costumes in Versus Crusade, even though it's still running on the same engine.
Yeah. God, I love the generic stock afterimage fire effect that's on Renji when he deploys that.
Yeah.
Like, literally, most of these things you could probably replicate directly in After Effects. I could probably do it if I gave myself, like, a week to relearn the damn program.
I'll hold you to that. Yeah, now it's completely cloudy.
Yeah, now it's dark as shit again. Please, let's keep it like this. God, we should make... It never rained once in Soul Society when this was happening, now I think about it. Huh.
Insofar as I can remember, it only rains once in Soul Society, and that's during the clone invading army arc.
Yeah.
And it was a hell of a downpour because it actually intersects with 3 different fights.
Yep.
The fight with Toshiro and his clone, Byakuya and his clone, and Kenpachi and his clone, and it's a fucking downpour.
Yeah. Also, hey, we got the ending we kind of expected, but to be fair, I like it. Also, I think was his ending for Heat the Soul 2, but I don't remember fully offhand.
Probably. But yeah, hey, he got his win and somehow convinced Byakuya to fuck off. Although I don't think he had the eloquence to tell him, fuck the law.
Yeah. Soon enough, Byakuya, soon enough. You know, it's just funny going back and seeing these old games from Japan and just being like, wow, the final pairing of Rukia and Renji was just self-evident from the word go. I'm amazed there was anyone that was still holding out hope for Ichigo and Rukia.
It's because they have the most interaction in the series that people just assume they're going to wind up together. I basically had an inkling from a good early point that it wasn't going to go that way.
Yeah, especially when you see all the character development that Orihime goes through that centralizes around Ichigo. It's like, yeah, that writing's on the wall. Oh god, and especially when you factor in how much fucking Orihime is just Masaki, especially her time skip version. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there was only one way that could go.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that writing was on the wall. To be fair, it'd be weirder if they decided to go Orihime and Uryu. That they're just nothing really there. So yeah, oof, owl.
It really is kind of fucked up how often guys just end up with someone that's basically just another version of their mom.
Yeah, that's so depressing. Damn.
Because that's a thing that happens in real life too. Maybe it says something about that person.
This says a lot about our society.
Then again, Ichigo is nothing. It is nothing if not very abnormal.
True.
He's super fucked up. It was bound to happen.
the many levels of fucked he's up. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, this story was kind of cool. Granted, we can't.
It was fun.
We can't really understand a lot of words about it. Excuse me. But
I mean,
the idea of Renji actually saving Rukia, that's a cool plot point. I wish any sort of American releases actually saw something like that, but yeah.
I don't know, maybe there's something in the DS games. I've never really looked into them. I've only ever played the second one for more than 10 minutes.
Since I do have the DS emulator up and running, I've been thinking about on Twitch's YouTube practice days maybe trying out the RPG, but that's a commitment and a half right there. Holy shit.
That's a Fire Emblem game. You'd be better off with the fourth one. That's a side-scroller action game.
Probably.
Or, the second game, which is the first and second game, which are just fighting games.
Yeah.
Ugh. 4-player fighting games on a DS.
Oof. That's a pipe dream and a half right there, man.
Good luck. Still amazes me they got Smash 4 running on the 3DS.
Yeah, no kidding. And the amount of stories I've heard about like busted control sticks on 3DS is when Smash 4 came out. Like, yeah, guys, you were expecting anything else with that one?
Maybe.
The idea of emulating Smash 4 on Citra is a very funny idea.
It will look good. It just won't look good.
Yeah, pretty much. At that point, yeah, you're probably better off just playing the Wii U version. Although, the Wii U emulator has made headway these days from what I understand. Yeah, maybe I'll have to try it at some point.
There was that time I showed you in spring where I did another mini playthrough of Breath of the Wild with mods and crap through Cemu, the Wii U emulator.
Yeah.
Alright, so next we're heading into Byakuya's story.
And probably it's gonna go one of a couple different directions. Oh my god, the Bleach cut tile really is just Bleach GC. I didn't see that before. God damn it, it's accurate and it's very on the nose. That's like literally calling something Bleach PS2. I love it.
It happened somewhere, I'm sure.
It did. That would be very funny though.